So now we use PHP to create an HTML file. We can create a text file if we wanted to. So let's say we're to add apple to cart. So it's added successfully. And notice what is sent with the get request shows that here. So item equals apple. And it says, and it separates it with an ampersand. Cost is equal to 10.5. So that's if you use a get request. You want to use a post request if you're sending passwords or sensitive data. But yeah, it's good for our purposes. So if we go back, let's go to cart. So if we go to cart, I see the item is apple, $10.50. So let's add potato now. So potato is added successfully. Let's go to cart, refresh. So now we see we have apple and potato in the cart. So this is in a checkout.html file that we created with PHP whenever we add these to cart. So let's investigate the code. So in here, if we refresh, we have our checkout HTML, which has our item apple, item 1050. I should have put price, but anyhow, we get the point, and that's how it looks. So in our index.html, sorry, not PHP, we have our same styles. All we did was added a form. Well, we have a form that submits to add.php. Actually, it's the same thing from last time. It's just all we did was edited the add.php file. All we did was open a file. We named the file checkout.html. We open it in A+ mode, which is append, and it'll create the file if it doesn't exist. If an error is encountered trying to create the file, whether it's not being able to have permissions for that folder or whatnot, it'll give an error and die. It won't continue. So I have a variable here which I put the HTML in. I concatenate the get the item and the cost that was sent from the form. I write that data using this variable here, and I choose the file that I want to write to. And when I'm done, I close the file to release any resources so I don't tie up the server. So that's all it is. And at the very end, I have a /n, which puts it on another line, the end of file character, I think. But anyway, it puts on new line character. And so each time we add an item, it will append this to the file, which is why we get this here, item apple. And you can probably do calculations, get a total, check out. So that's using a file, a very simple example. But next we want to take a look at how we would use databases. Now, I'm sure you can see an advantage of a database over this. If we wanted to search a database, sort these, we will have to use our own algorithms to sort and search. Whereas with a database, if it's an SQL database, we have many provided features to sort and search records and organize our information fast and easily. So, but a text file is nice for simple use cases, but depending on what you're doing, but a database has its uses. So we'll stop here. In addition, on W3 Schools, you can see how to open files. I've just provided a very simple example. You can see different opening modes and what it'll do. So one will erase the contents of the file when you open it. But we want to append, we don't want to erase the contents. So you can probably delete a file this way, I suppose. But yeah,